Hey, buddy, watch this.
I do like Nourish. Against Druid, though, man, we're going to be hitting a lot of pressure. I think we have to keep some kind of removal plan, perhaps. This is a little bit more of a defensive line that could help.
I can't do that.
Looking at an extra quest turn, which is a bit of a pickle. It's okay for Hidden Oasis, though. It's going to feel worse if we hit another option. Starfall or Surger. Okay. Let's go ahead and Wrath. We're trying to draw cards, right? Pretty weak turn 4 currently. Would love to hit a Ferocious Howl. Starfalls are going to be good against Token Druid, but it's, you know, it can take a while. Same for Swipe. I think I'm actually still relieved that it's not... I'm actually probably still happy that it's not Embiggen Druid. I think we would have a harder time against like really big mid-rangey minions. I think we're a little bit better off against wide boards just because, you know, swipes and surgers and taunts and stuff can still contest. This is actually a really good draw. Crystal Power clears, but I want to draw. I want to draw cards. So we take a little bit of extra damage here for the upside of finding additional stuff to do. Like, if we hit an extra Anubisath, right, that's game-winning, basically, so. You know, actually, given that the swipe is in hand, I wonder if it's ever better to ping a 2-2 there instead of the 1-1. It results in a little bit of extra damage taken, but I don't know, if you're going to be Starfalling anyway on the following turn. Oh my god, this is such a brutally... Part of me wants to just Ferocious Howl and wait to Starfall next turn, but if he plays Blessing of the Ancients or Power of the Wild, my Starfall no longer kills these. If I soften them down to 1, he'd have to have both Blessing of the Ancients and Power of the Wild in order to buff them out of Starfall range. Now, I might just be dead, too, because we're leaving 11 damage on board. Let's just figure that out when the time comes, right? Alright, he is going to go for Blessing of the Ancients here, so this does give me the clear that I hoped for. But we're still down very low. That said, you know, Token Druid traditionally doesn't have a lot of direct damage, except for maybe a swipe, which is, unfortunately, an exact lethal breakpoint. So, I mean, I'm probably still dead, but not technically. Probably dead to swipe, number 1. Probably dead to that tree ant later. Something. But we're in a tight spot. Don't have swipe. Don't have swipe. First nature's not a swipe. That's a great result. Okay. Squirrel's also not a swipe. Awesome. Defender sucks, though, because now I can't really trade like I want. So he's going to get to buff all those. I guess if he didn't have swipe last turn, I can take the chance that he doesn't have it again this turn and just Starfall. It sort of hurts, but it's okay. You know, it's maybe like a 2 out of 18. He may not even have a swipe in the deck, to be honest. It's not even guaranteed that there is a swipe, but... So this seems to be the only reasonable play. That's good news. Wow, that's good news. So this almost always means that we're going to see a... I guess we can Rising Winds first. Part of me wishes we could Nourish, but I think I have to get the health total moving just in case. Okay, Ferocious Howl's fantastic news. Alright, Rising Winds felt pretty good there, I gotta say. Felt pretty good. Next turn we can Zephrys to clear if we want to, like maybe a Holy Nova or something. Oh no, we can't. It's not active yet. Never mind. Take that back. But we can certainly Wrath and trade down. Dragon Queen Alexstrasza also inactive. See what this has in store. Crystal Merchant, okay. Let's see what this has in store. Hidden Oasis again, okay. Yeah, we probably need this minion on board, don't we? Probably play the... Oh, Zephrys suddenly active. Oh, interesting, okay. I don't think we play it yet, because we may want to use it next turn for like a Holy Nova, right? I want to play the 1/4 here just because it's a trading body that could matter if I hit a swipe or something. Surger's also pretty interesting. Do we ever have lethal, actually, if he just goes Forest Aid? We probably just have lethal with Zephrys, right? It's 9, 12, 13, plus Bloodlust is 12, so that's 25 damage if he just goes... He didn't go Forest Aid, so maybe he's not thinking that. Oh, that's just going to be lethal, I think, guys. Unless he kills this, I guess. And it's not. Oh, he kills it, yeah. So we only have 10 plus 9 is 19. But we can get the Zephyrus next turn for Bloodlust. I don't think there's any way to manipulate the Floop into a lethal here. There could be, but I don't know. I think this wins the game as well, so maybe this is all we need. There's just not enough mana left, right? Okay, that's GG. Cool. What a stabilization. Oh my god. Oh my god. Woo! Zephyrus coming up big. Wait, what? Seriously? I'm assuming this is still lethal. Yeah, it must be. But it's like, wait a minute, I was just expecting a bloodlust, right? Like, wait a minute. I think we only need like 2 damage or something, but it freaked me out for a second. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute, where's Savager? Where's Bloodlust? Where's my damage at, bro? I wonder why they don't make... Maybe this was a deliberate choice, right? But there is a world where you could always make Zephyrus give you 3 lethal options so that you can't miss lethal. So it's like, hey, idiot, you've got lethal. This isn't really the dream, but just in case he's a very fast deck, I might keep it. So, you know, they were all lethal? Oh, Drew the Claw with lethal charge. Yeah. Well, maybe it does, but I don't think it always does, because we've had instances where it just gives you 1 lethal and then it gives you some other random thing, so maybe that's not the best example, but there are certainly examples where it does not always give you lethal. Okay, not so slow so far. Yeah, it's low pressure at least, right? He's getting minions out, but they are pretty low pressure, thankfully. I don't know if a 3-2 is going to be worth it off this Rising Winds when we already have a lot of stuff happening, right? It's already some pretty good stuff. I think we actually Wrath this Bomb Wrangler, maybe. Which feels weird. I can't target either of these. We may come to regret that if we feel like there's a lot of pressure, right? But killing this only removed 1 damage from play, because it gets a Boombot anyway. Killing this only removes 1 damage from play, so drawing a card feels like there's perhaps some more upside to it. A lot of stuff that's synergizing off of damage taken. Oh my god. How do I deal with all this stuff, man? Maybe an armor's worth more than a card draw, but I don't think so. So, next turn I don't actually have what I need, which is like a Starfall or an Oasis Surger. Those Anubisaths are awesome, but they're stranded. Swipe is going to be just utter garbage, right? Swipe feels terrible. I mean, I can always go like Rising Winds, Ferocious Howl, I guess, just to try to buy a turn here. In the meantime. Yeah. I think that's the move. Order here is irrelevant, right? Let's draw a card either way. Alright, give me a big spell. Nourish, it's not the one, because I can't play Nourish and then the Anubisats, because I'll burn a bunch of cards. Gosh dang it, I really just needed like a Starfall or a Hidden Oasis. Maybe we'll hit it, it's not unlikely. It's not unlikely. Oh my god, we're gonna die in the meantime though, are we? Probably have to commit a swipe just to start taking damage out of play, but Crystal Merchant ain't it, bro! I'm so screwed. Giving him cards. I'm playing this just to suicide it, right? Hoping he maybe considers hitting it for some insane reason instead of hitting my face. Maybe it's a heal 4. I think we're probably just dead. I think Leroy here just kills me, probably. Leroy in a rage or something. Second swipe, sadly, doesn't really help me much unless I can run that 1-4 into the 4-5. Maybe it does. The Boombot's kind of problematic in that case, though.
Armor made to fit.
Actually, no. Mech Paladin and Token Druid have taken the top 2 spots. Okay, so he's trading at least a little. I don't think I'm happy about that. I don't really care about his armor total, right? We'll beat the armor later. I'm just worried about staying alive at all costs. Seems like maybe he's gone a little bit more of a value route than a pure like damage output route for his deck design here, which should help us a ton. Should help us a ton. Okay, makes my swipe worse though, sadly. Starfall, baby, that's what I needed. Okay, Starfall does still unfortunately leave up 4 damage actually, even I guess. We get double Anubisath, and I get to play a Breath of Dreams, so I guess I get Breath of Dreams first, but I don't think any play changes here. Oasis Surger doesn't get you the Anubisaths, so it's always worse. What am I drawing here? Come on, show me. Show me. Show me, show me. Howl's good for stabilization later. That's nice. Okay. Alright. I think we might be able to turn this, man. Missed Floop. No, I don't want to use the Floop. We don't need the Floop. We're saving Floop for Elise, or Zephrys, or Dragon Queen Alexstrasza. I don't think Floop is worth it here for just a 3-4 taunt. This is enough to contest the board. We're going to start turning the corner on health soon, so save this guy. Nourish into Howl might be the play next turn. Yep, we could do that. Depends on how much counter pressure there is. You know, if there's a lot of big minions or something, I may feel compelled to swipe instead. If we hit, a hidden Oasis or something, or Oasis Surger, they might feel better too. But we'll see.
No tomb can hold me.
We will see. We will see. If you make it to Elite Zeph and Alex don't already win, maybe, but Zephrys, 2x Zephrys can absolutely win you the game. We only have 3 more cards to draw to get to that stage, so I don't feel like we're safe yet. Plus, this is insane with the Oasis Surgers. Way more than an Anubisath, right? Okay, perfect. Not any pressure here, really. I think that means we are able to go Nourish. Let's see what we draw. Okay, Zephrys in hand. That's awesome. Surger looking okay. Might be a world where I play a Worthy Expedition like Loti instead of a Ferocious Howl, but I doubt it just because Ferocious Howl is so good. But we can check first. Rising Winds is probably the most directly synergistic with our deck, but Starfall is the kind of thing I don't have right now. I have some card draw, I have some minion-based counter pressure. I don't have a Starfall, so let's take the Starfall. And yeah, this looks perfect. Good turn, back up to 19, only 1 damage represented currently. That can definitely change, but now we have some answers to that stuff, which is great news. Our Zephrys is now also active, which is awesome. So you can start making some Zephrys counterplays soon. Brave Turtle, if you're able to wait, yeah, I definitely see how the meta shakes up, Shakes out in the next few weeks. Maybe even a week after the last wing will be the first time you really know exactly what kind of decks are running the new cards, what kind of high tier stuff is. Seems like my opponent's a little stranded for plays. I wonder what he's sitting on up there. Like, what kind of stuff is he running into? That seems like a good play. I don't know why that took a lot of consideration. Maybe he had like a Grom. He was thinking about just playing like a naked Grom, Okay, intriguing. So he went like kind of half pressure, half resource generation there. A little bit of a mixed bag. Surprises me, I guess. Do I have time to just like Zephrys or Dragon Queen here, or do I want to... I mean, like, Zephrys Mass Dispel is not that good. It might be Mechathune Warrior. Oh my god, don't tell me that, dude. That's the worst. Don't tell me that. I think I can use my Zephrys fairly casually here, right? We have a backup one if we want. We don't even really need the value. We've got a lot of value anyway. Maybe I like the swipe a little better, actually. Yeah, it protects the Zephrys. I don't know that we need that, but we might. My opponent does something weird, right? My opponent does something weird. I may need that Zephrys to heal, to clear. I need him to have a whiff turn so I can get the Alex down. It's going to copy this, I think. It's going to make a copy here and go face. Double copy even. Oh my god. Where's that arcane explosion I was talking about? Oh my god, dude. This guy's a baller, man. He's setting it up. I love it. Okay, so I think I can just get a healing touch here off Zephrys, right? And we should be fine. Starfall to clear. Healing touch off Zephrys should just end the game, shouldn't it? It's the exact right mana, so should be clean. I don't imagine he's going to be able to do, like, 15. Like, Grom is 12, right? He could probably do... Well, I don't know, actually. He might be able to get to 15. He did just use inner rages and stuff, though, so I think it'd be pretty hard to get to 15. No Leroy combo. Grom is only 12. Snip Snap's a totally different direction, so that's fine. Okay. It's gonna magnetize one of these, I guess. I don't know exactly what's about to happen here. Zephyrus Mass Dispel is kind of cool, but does leave a fair bit of damage out, honestly. It's 8 mana, so it's not like it's... Starfall doesn't... Oh, you know what we could do? We could go Starfall and then Zephyrus Whirlwind. It's pretty good, actually. Yeah, that's pretty good. We stay at 15. We did open packs. Okay. I think this is good. Whirlwind works out. And then soon he's just going to run out of gas, I hope. I mean, I'm still a little worried about burst damage outputs, to be honest. A little worried about burst damage. Like, a Grom is still 12, and I'm still only at 15 without really, like, any kind of taunt. I have Hidden Oasis in the deck, and I could certainly find one off Worthy Expedition as well, but we don't have a lot of stuff going down. I don't think he has any way to make more of that, right? He just missed some life, technically. Could have played this first and then gotten an extra armor there. So, I am now legit worried that I'm dead to Grom. Never mind, we're gonna beat Grom. You might concede here, by the way. This may be a concede, so stay tuned, I guess. Okay. It's like Grom kills me at 9, man. He has a 10 damage Grom plus the attack is 12 damage. So Grom was a legit concern. Blue Zombie Blood. I didn't love the bundle, to be honest, man. I felt a little regretful opening it, but I mean, I think you got a good head on your shoulders. You probably have a good sense of what your value returns and stuff. But I was not in love with the Dragon Bundle. Year of the Dragon Bundle. Alright. Hero power on Hunter so far doesn't really give us any indication. Maybe a Face Hunter off to a slow start. That certainly does not feel like Face Hunter. That feels like something else. It's fine. A little slower is probably good for us. Definitely have some good mid-game swing back here with Surger and Oasis. Extremely Ferocious Howl, which is really nice. The guy's kind of a pain for like a Surger just trading up, but we'll be okay to do that. That's no big deal. Still be ahead on board or even on board usually. So, Howl on 3, or on 4, Surger on 5, Oasis on 6 if we need it, maybe even if we don't. Could go Expedition, but I like Howl better. Does make this Hidden Oasis arguably a little worse. I think that's a fair consideration, but Hunter can do crazy things anyway. We might wait on this regardless and just go for another Surger and Expedition on 6. Just because that often feels better. Almost regardless. Okay. Obviously, you know, there's some hesitation here with Freezing Trap, but we'll figure it out. Snakes? Now that I actually was not expecting. Okay. Not that it matters, but I was not expecting it. Swipe, certainly an answer there. Maybe he plays a more medium-sized thing, we Wrath Swipe. Maybe even a big thing, like a Siamot or something. Could still deal with that. On the Wrath.
In my
Or that, for instance. That doesn't really feel like a good target, though. It's an interesting Starfall target, too, but it doesn't really feel good, right? It's one of those where it's like, I think we can do better, you know? I think we can do better. Ancient of War, Nourish, Power of the Wild. Nourish, I'd say, is the most complementary to our deck. But I am wondering when I'm going to have time to play something like Nourish. When I'm going to have time to play something like the Nourish. Oh yeah, why didn't he give this Poisonous? Oh, you're right. Yeah, I think he forgot how this card worked. Or just misplayed. Yeah, I didn't even realize. Yeah. It's not Poisonous. Whoopsie. He traded in Snakes and then he played it first. Oh no. I think Tintin, Taunt, by the way, is just too susceptible to Hunter stuff. There's Deadly Shot, Varanus. Probably not Hunter's Mark, but it's possible. But Varanus is almost definitely in the deck, and that would be really, really bad. That's why I dodged the Tintin. I agree with you that it's not bad, but I think Nourish is just way, way cleaner. And, you know, we're running Nourish in our deck, which is generally an indication that's like, oh, this card is pretty good for our deck, or we wouldn't be running it, right? So, sometimes that can give you a little bit of guidance, too. I don't want to use the Rising Winds here despite getting the 3-2, because then we'd burn a card. I don't want to burn my Nomi or anything. Oh my god. Well, I guess we wouldn't have burnt a card, but I couldn't have known that. I guess we would have been fine. So we're down to Dreams, Merchant, Nourish for the Alex Raza stuff. That's gonna take at least a little while, I'm sure. Got a Tiamat on your 10th pack. Congrats, dude. That's amazing. Tiamat is such a good card. I think we all knew Tiamat was going to be pretty good. He's probably even a little better than I thought. I thought he'd be a solid 4, but definitely not that like 5-star territory. I'm still not actually sure he's a 5-star territory card, but he's pretty darn close. He pretty much is. Like 4.8 or something. He's in a lot of decks. So I think you got to give him close to the nod. I mean, yeah, he's in 16% of decks. That's 5-star territory for a neutral card, I think. That's fine. I give him the 5-star. He gets the 5-star mark. Let's start here. There's some good tempo stuff in here sometimes. Surger, chief among it. Yeah, it's pretty much perfect. If I play 2 wins, we're fine on hand space. Right? Yeah. Okay. Rising Winds is actually insane. Eagles everywhere, dude. I think it's really, really good in this list. I mean, for 4 mana, I drew 2 cards and summoned 2 3/2s. That's fantastic. Zephyrus Flame Strike here is not actually good enough. I wonder if I'll give him a Blizzard instead. Blizzard's a little... Oh, Brawl, sure, that's better. Sometimes. Pretty much always because he has a weapon. He can clear if he loses. I have a feeling Zephyrus will win, though. Oh, did not. 3/2s. Okay. We can't really go Rising Winds again. We're gonna run out of space here, aren't we? Breath of Dreams ramp is irrelevant. I only need Crystal Merchant now, though, to get Alex going. That'd be pretty sweet. I gotta be a little bit careful about Rat Pack. So I think I'm probably just gonna hit an Oasis and chill. I could go Rising Winds, but I'd burn a card and maybe summon a rat, which doesn't seem good right now. A little early on the Hidden Oasis, arguably, because we... Oh, boy. Shoot, I might need some miracles here. Starfall is surely enough with Swipe, right? Sure, with a 6/6 and Starfall and Swipe, surely we can clear this. This deck looks solid. Yeah, it feels very, very good. We've honestly been winning like pre-Nomi most of the time, to be fair. That's a good thing to trade into for the Starfall line. We have been winning pre-Nomi a lot. But that's a good sign too, right? Like if the deck's good enough anyway. Just doing Quest Druid stabilization stuff and the Nomi's icing on the cake, that's kind of fine. I think the defenders are pretty close to mandatory CD. There's just so many turns where you barely swing the turn that you kind of have to have them, I think. Could also go double Swipe here to save the Starfall if we wanted to. Because if I just go Starfall, Swipe, it's a little bit awkward math. But if I go double Swipe, it's pretty good math. And then I don't necessarily risk the rat. But first I'm going to attack here to make sure this isn't a freezing trap, right? Because that could also change our decision making a little bit. Although, if it is a freezing trap, do I want to be able to replay it? If so, I need to swipe first so that I can replay it later. I may not be able to replay it now, but I might need to replay it later. I guess so. I don't know that we'd ever really care about replaying it. I don't really think we would, especially at 8 mana, but just in case. And now we're safe to play a card because we know it's not a rat. Okay. So we do leave a 4/6 up, which, you know, isn't my favorite, but we're at 30. Okay, now it's definitely not my favorite. Oh my god. Okay, now that's a problem. I really, really need to draw a Zephrys and a Crystal Merchant here somehow. And I don't even know if I can draw both. Oh, I draw the Zephrys, but the Crystal Merchant isn't active yet. Can I just get by with, like, Starfall Wrath, Ferocious Howl here? Yeah, probably. What is this, though? Now this feels like a rat. If I've ever seen one. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. If I draw the Merchant... I don't draw the Merchant. Okay. If I... Oh, gosh, dang it. If I go Howl, I give him a rat on the Starfall, right? I mean, it's still technically a net gain in healing is what's crazy. It's actually a net gain in healing. I'm going to do it. Because I gain more than I lose from the rat, right? And it increases the odds of me hitting the Crystal Merchant to clear next turn. So that's a rat, I'm sure, yeah. Am I dead, though? Not quite, but God, it's close. 14, 16. He shouldn't have a ton of direct damage, though. So now I just need to hit the Crystal Merchant, and I clear with, like, Twisting Nether or whatever. But I'm low health, man. It's a 1 out of 3 on the Merchant. No, it's a 2 out of 4 on the Merchant. 50-50, okay. Well, worst case scenario, I can actually maybe just, like, Hidden Oasis and get by. Oh, my God. Oh, that only dealt 3 damage. That's not that bad. Still a lot of pressure, but not that insane. Okay, so we hit the Zephrys here. We go for the Twisting Nether. 9, I think, is probably okay, given that he already played Dino Tamer Bran, right? Do we ever take the Brawl? No, because we could lose easily to Brawl. Okay. Alright. He has 20 cards left in his deck, and we only have 3. And he's still in a Dream Portal. Oh, that's annoying. Thankfully, it can't attack, but it's still a lot of counter pressure. We might be able to get by with, like, Hidden Oasis now, though, instead of having to rely on the Zephrys. We'll just have to see what happens. If he goes all in again, I think a Zephrys Twisting Nether a second time makes a lot of sense. This is pretty low pressure, actually. I think we can get by with Hidden Oasis here. The question is, what do we do with the Hidden Oasis? Because there's really not anything that exciting to do. Guess we could go Rising Winds twice, but I'm gonna burn whatever that second card is. If I play a Crystal Merchant, I lose the Zephrys, so I don't think it can be that. Also, though, I'm starting to take fatigue damage. Like, there's some problems here. Do I get Nomi? If I go Nomi, I probably go twice. Yeah, I go twice. The 3/2s actually have a fair bit of value, I think. But I'm scared because now I don't know that Nomi's going to create a win condition before fatigue kills me, right? This is tough. Oh, actually, I don't know if the 3/2s are worth it, because he may just... He's killing him off anyway. I don't know if he has a dragon, but he probably does. It's a good chance he has a dragon. So I have a feeling we're going to be forced to Zephrys next turn, but it's a real shame I can't Zephrys and Nomi to set up a win condition, right? But it just feels like we're going to have to Zephrys. And I don't even know what we're going to hit, because there's not a Twisting Nether anymore, right? It's got to be something else. Just a little bit too much counter pressure, unfortunately. Is there anything on Zephrys that just owns for 6 mana, guys? Like, just absolutely owns. Blizzard, of course, is always a stall out, but it's not really a win, because I can't create enough counter pressure off the Nomis. Right? Mass Dispel is actually not too bad, but it's, again, drawing a card, I'm taking damage, like, it just doesn't win me the game. Mass Dispel just leaves me dead because I only have 2 mana left. Brawl isn't bad, but, again, it doesn't really do anything. How do I win off that stuff? Starfall is enough to, like, keep me alive, but it's the same kind of problem where I don't really contribute anything additional to the board, right? It doesn't even really keep me alive either. Barely hits anything at all. I mean, he has 9 and 11 damage. That's 20, so I'm dead for sure if I just play, like, Nomis and stuff. Alex might honestly be my best play. The problem is I only get 1 dragon. My hand is full. I think I have to Zephrys into Blizzard and then just pray for some kind of miracle next turn. I don't know what it would be, but... Do I have confidence in the Brawl? I think there's too many 1/1s for the Brawl. I think I Blizzard to set up for a better Starfall next turn, maybe. Just the same problem with Starfall. I'm just like dying to fatigue. It just doesn't matter. None of it matters. I can't. Oh my god. Well. GG, bro. GG, bro. GG, bro. I'm gonna need Deathwing, but at least now I have hand space that I can actually do something off this Alex, right? I guess we're down to Deathwing only, man. That secret is probably Pressure Plate or Explosive Trap at this stage, right? Are we down to only Deathwing isn't out? Yeah, we're dead to everything else. Okay, cool. Well, at least we know what our out is. Deathwing, baby! Okay, we're not supposed to have this card yet, but it's actually pretty insane. Okay, alright, cool. I mean, we're dead, but we're gonna kill Deathwing, I guess. It's pretty sweet for 0 mana. Alright, GG, guys, GG. So, guys, I'm gonna call it a stream there. I gotta pee really bad, and we got 3 awesome games of that deck anyway. 2 good wins, and this really, really tight... Oh my god, he's running Leroy in this Highlander list. Oh, interesting. This is a pretty greedy list to be running Leroy, but that's cool. So we were more dead than we realized.